Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition. Of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. You look at the Rockets. Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Watson. Here's Brown. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
And it's Houston's ball. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Back to you guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Brown with it. Started now by Durant. And it's Jokic missing.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Pass to KD. Connects from three-point range.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that one.
Pass to Green. Jokic with the steal. Here's Gordon. And it's KD with the rebound. From deep, Arenas. Denver grabs the miss.
Well, there you have it. Their first miss of the game, but still off to a solid start here in terms of shooting.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
And you assemble an all-swagger team, Jamal Murray is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. He has earned his swagger.
6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper, and it's good off the back rim and in. KD's got 7.
Anywhere Durant can find a shot, he can make a shot. That certainly includes the mid-range.
Houston leading by 5. And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the left wing. Pass to Black. Back to Randall. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Green. Durant for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Durant's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Rockets.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Outside for Randall. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
Here's Black. Scoreless thus far. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Now here's Iverson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Here's Arenas. And Brown pulls it down. The Nuggets trailed by 11. Iverson outside. And it's Anthony Black with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Iverson. And again, Denver no good.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
And as we can...
17. The Nuggets, 6.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Six to shoot. Fires from 14. Rockets with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Tipped away. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Durant with a wide open look. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Durant's got the lead up to 13 now for Houston.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot it.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Guys?
You know, they've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. Here's Iverson. Pass to Brown. Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And credit Brown, that was a nice find. He's expanded his passing game.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now here's Durant. He's got 17. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Left side Durant. Over Jones. KD's shot is good. Durant's got 19 points. Stan, teams track different officiating crews, don't they, and how they tend to call the game.
Yeah, they do, Kevin, and there are some organizations who do it more than others. I'm not a fan of it myself because I think it puts your players' focus on the officials and takes away from focusing on what they're supposed to be doing on the court. So I'm not a big fan of it.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Valanciunas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, look, Valanciunas is a big guy, so it's easy to understand why he gets fouled this close to the basket.
And we saw last season the Nuggets, GA, in the final week of the regular season, making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seems like there's been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Now here's Durant. He's got 19. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's DiVincenzo. They lead by 14. Goes back up. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Durant. 5 to shoot. Over Jones. And it's Houston with another.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Jones, no luck. Rockets leading by 18. Outside Williams. KD a screen. Left side Adams. He can't get it to go. And they're pushing it up. Pass to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Now Henderson. Lays it up and off the glass. Henderson's got his first bucket in this one.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Williams can't hit.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Screen by Adams. And Adams with the slam.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
It's Henderson on the wing. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And he's got such a high basketball IQ for a young player. Henderson already has plenty of tricks up his sleeve.
The first free throw is good. And the Nuggets making a change here. Both free throws good from Henderson.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
It's Black in the corner. Pass to Capella. Here's Randall. Back to Capella. And so a pretty lopsided game to the first half. Rockets lead by 16. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center.
14.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Here is Arenas. To the inside. Capella. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Stolen by Gordon. Jokic goes to work inside.
Well, I don't know if anyone absorbs contact as easily as Nikola Jokic. A massive human in a league of big dudes.
Here's Brown. And he goes in for the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
To the middle. And stolen by Gordon. Down low. Watson's shot is good. Watson's got his first bucket of the night.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Rockets leading by 10. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pass to Green. Puts up a deep 3. Back to Durant. Rocket 6. Over Watson. The shot by KD. No good. The Nuggets trailed by 10. Here's Iverson. Iverson sneaks his way inside.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's stolen by Watson. Here's Brown, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you guys.
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Rockets making a switch here. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Here is Arenas, following the score by Aaron Gordon. And the basket is good.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by the Nuggets.
On the wing, Gordon. Back to Jokic. Pass to Brown. Shoots over Black. Brown's shot is off. Rockets leading by 4. And stolen by Gordon. To the paint. Here's Jokic. It's Jokic inside.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Arenas. It's hauled in by Jokic. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Iverson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the tie. It's Iverson with a floater on the fly.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Outside Arenas. Pass to Black. Back to Arenas. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
For the lead, the drive by Jokic. And it's good on the way in. Jokic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Rockets on top, leading by a point. And we're coming back in just a moment.
34.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He knows every possession is critical now. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, look, he's picking apart their defense. They need this timeout to figure out how to slow him down.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. He told us guys not to lose hope, saying to them, it's a long game, fellas, and we're in this one, but I need each one of you to step up your intensity right now. Let's see if coach's message resonates, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Henderson, sinks the 15-footer.
Well, Henderson utilizes the whole floor. He's just looking for the best shot he can get.
Now Arenas.